Hello?
Hi, is Jeannie available?
This is Jeannie.
Hi, Jeannie. This is Ryan Token. I'm calling from the Nielsen Family rating system.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
I called you earlier. Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay. Well, hold on. I'm getting some feedback. Is something going on with your phone, Jeannie?
I don't think so.
I think there's something wrong with the dialer. Okay. Oh, no, it's all set. I was hearing like an echo. Yeah, I was hearing.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So basically, Jeannie, what we're gonna do is I have a panel of people on with me, and we just want to kind of get some basic information off of you about your TV habits.
Sure.
And then we'll be basically taking turns asking you an assortment of questions. And then you just answer them as honestly as you can. There's no right or wrong answer. We're just kind of understanding your habits because we want to make sure that we have a wide variety of different people with different habits.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay.
Actually, I just sent in a survey for you.
Oh, did you? Thank you.
Yeah.
We always.
Yeah.
We always appreciate people who are in our family and continue to participate in our family. So Nielsen thanks you.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead. I think I'll just call out the panelists' names and they will ask questions. Is fair enough?
Sure.
Okay. Mr. Turbois?
Yes, this is Mr. Turbois. Hold on, we have some noise on the line.
Is there some noise in the background there?
Yeah, I can hear it, but it's not from my side.
Oh, it's not.
Let me try. Okay, I'm on a remote phone. Let me try the other phone and see if it's any better. Hang on just a second.
No. I think the noise issue's been worked out.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's our dialer.
It is definitely our dialing device.
Okay.
Okay.
So Mr. Turbois, go ahead and ask a question.
Anyway, this is Mr. Turbois. Do you frequently watch television in your bathroom on the toilet?
No.
Okay. Mr. Lux.
Yes. Are you familiar with string theory? Like, do you just have kind of a graduate's degree in string theory?
I'm sorry. I didn't understand your question.
Have you gone to college for any kind of particle physics?
No. I've gone to college, but not for physics.
Okay.
What'd you go to college for?
I have a master's degree in counseling.
Okay, cool.
Psychology.
I don't care.
Okay. Dr. Ken. Oh,
Hello?
I think Dr. Ken got kicked off the line. Mr. Baz.
Yes, this is Mr. Baz Snoswell. How are you, ma'am?
I'm good, thank you.
Yes, I'm just calling to get a feel for your viewing preferences.
Okay.
Yes, and if you were to turn on a show and there would be a male that has a large bulge in his groin, and I apologize in advance for being crass, would you be inclined to pause and watch for a few minutes or change the channel?
No, I'd probably change the channel.
Okay, fair enough.
Mr. Dialator?
Yes.
All right. Do you have a question?
Oh, yes, I do. Pleased to make your acquaintance, ma'am. I have a quick question about your viewing habits in terms of the ad preference of. Do you like to see food on television in advertisements, or do you kind of shun the food display on the advertisements? Like McDonald's, for example. If there's a McDonald's commercial, do you like to see that, or do you wish not to see it?
Well, I like the food advertisements. One of my frustrations is that I see a lot of advertisements, though, like for the Olive Garden, which we don't have in Hawaii, but we have on the mainland, and I love the Olive Garden. So whenever I go to the mainland, we always go to the Olive Garden. And so certain things are a little frustrating that you see in Hawaii because you don't have them. Or like another problem sometimes is Pizza Hut will advertise or Subway will advertise like they're special, but in Hawaii it's not that cheap. It's usually more expensive.
Oh boy.
Okay, and ma'am, now onto my question, which is kind of relates into kind of what you're saying. With the invention of 3D printers and 3D technology, would you be likely to, if you had seen a commercial for a pizza and you were able to push a button on your TV and it would instantly 3D print you out a pizza, would you push the button?
Are you talking about like a picture of a pizza or a real pizza?
No. 3D printing. It actually makes they've made everything from an entire car on a printer to a human hand. So they're capable of making pizzas. If you
so you're talking about, could I push a button and get a real pizza?
Yes, all of a sudden your 3D printer TV would make you a pizza. Would you be inclined to push the button if you've seen commercials for it?
Well, heck yeah, I want to try it.
Okay, perfect. All right, Mr. Trabra.
Hi, this is Mr. Turbois again.
Hi.
Hi, my question is, do you ever lick the phone cord coming out of your wall just for the sensation?
Heck no.
Okay, perfect. Mr. Lux, your next question.
Yes, my question is kind of a follow-up to Mr. Cherbois' question. Have you ever felt the urge to run the phone cord through your feet, like floss? Like through your toes, just to kind of clean them? Do you do that?
No.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, Dr. Ken. Dr. Ken, do you have a question?
Yes. Now, while watching TV, we're gonna send you a special monitoring suit. Could you please describe the size of your areolas so we can have the customized suit made for you?
Of what?
A general size of your areolas so we can get the correct suit made.
This is a very strange question.
Well, we customize our suits. This is the only reason I...
Yeah, and he is, this is Dr. Ken. He is a doctor, so it's okay.
Yes, but perhaps we should put on the tailor.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
All right, do you want to answer or do you want to pass on that?
Well, it seems to me like if you're making a suit for somebody, you want to know what size they wear in clothing, don't you?
We're interested in the areola specifically because of our monitoring technology. Galvanic responses and all that.
And actually, ma'am, that will lead into my next question for you. This is Dr. Snoswell again.
Okay, well, what's your next question?
Well, my next question is, we are doing some state-of-the-art, cutting-edge research on sensation feedback devices. And these are devices that you can apply to various parts of your body. And when you're watching a movie, say like a war movie or an action movie, it will actually give you feedback to your body and allow you to feel the explosions, to feel the special effects. And I don't mean to be crass again, but the areolas have a high density of nerve endings. And so they would be one of the points of contact for the sensation device.
Yes, actually the highest density of nerve endings in the entire human body. That's science right there.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, it sounds kind of interesting.
It is very interesting.
So you're saying that you would actually, for example, if there's an explosion on TV, you would actually experience that?
You would feel it. You would want to dive under your coffee table.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think Mr. Tolkien can expand on that.
Yeah, basically it's a shock suit, and it just focuses on the high nerve areas. There is a bit of an air system that fills up onto your stomach, and you can feel the pressure. So, there's a lot going on there. But that's where the relationship to needing to know the size of your areolas, because to test for this certain test, we actually need a certain diameter of areolas to know that our suits are going to.
Yes, we have to manufacture our conductors to spec.
Okay. Well, 36.
Millimeters? Okay.
No, that sounds like a band size.
I think
We're
that's
talking about your
bra size.
areolas.
Well, what are you talking about when you say areolas? What do you mean? Give it to me in like...
The colored area around your nipples.
Oh.
Like compared to, a coin, say.
They dime
like
size, quarter size?
$50.
I see. Okay, like
$1.
Probably like a silver dollar, maybe.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Dialer, do you have another question?
Yes, once more pertaining to fast food, if you don't mind.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't hear.
It's because he's British.
I'm sorry, one more pertaining to fast food, if you don't mind.
It's another question about food, ma'am.
Yes, fast food.
Okay.
The restaurants you see on the TV where you have the option to drive through. There have been commercials where children were consuming the fast foods. How do you feel about children putting that type of food in their systems, their digestive systems?
Well, I think if it's on a regular basis, it's not healthy. However, I think that once in a while, it doesn't hurt to do that. I mean, to have fast food. I think you have to be reasonable about things. You can't be like, my kid can never go to McDonald's kind of thing. That's ridiculous. But I don't think you should make a habit of eating at a fast food restaurant every day yourself, let alone your children.
Perfect answer. So I think I got another one for you. Part of the upcoming observations that we will be doing, there is an observation robot that we actually place in somebody's house. This robot, basically, to sum it up really quick, this robot will follow the person around and record what they're doing when they're watching television, because it doesn't... The problem is too many people will just leave their TV on. So if we just have a non-monitoring system, it'll just be like, yeah, they were watching Discovery Channel for 12 hours, when in reality they were sleeping. So this robot is actually follows you around and kind of keeps an eye to make sure that the participants of the program are actually watching television and not that there's just a television's on. Would you be okay with an AI robot in your home?
Yeah, because quite frankly, if I'm watching television, that's what I'm doing. And I don't leave the TV on if I'm doing other things. Other than the only thing I do is if I'm finishing dinner, for example, in the kitchen, but I have a clear view of the television from my kitchen. Sometimes I will turn on like the news or like the weather.
All right.
This is Mr. Turbois again. This is Mr. Turbois. We're going to put our robotic engineer on the phone here. He's got something to bounce off of you.
Yes,
Mr. Baz?
Yes, this is Dr. Baz Noswell again. I am the robotic engineer, and I am joining in on these survey questions because we actually encourage cross-team functionality here. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. So we just have a heads up about this robotic monitor. So you would be okay with having a robotic monitor follow you around?
Yeah, because you know what? My husband would probably be totally fascinated with this. My husband's a teacher.
Oh, great.
And he just coached the robotics team at his school for the last 5 years. So
perfect.
He's totally into robotics. And
so he probably knows about the proper place. He probably is quite educated in the proper placement of sensors on the robots.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's participated. You know, his classes have participated in like the Lego robotic stuff and so forth.
Okay, the big thing though, there is a percent of the chance that a robot can go bad. Are you afraid of an AI uprise, or do you have weaponry in your house where it wouldn't be a concern?
I don't have weaponry in my house. Number one.
Do you have very strong refrigerator magnets?
Yes, actually, he takes them out of the my husband likes to take them out of microwaves that are.
Yes, if you have strong magnets, that's all you need.
Yeah, that's the thing is you don't need conventional weaponry for a bad robot when a robot.
Okay, yeah, he likes to pick up. When people discard their microwaves that don't work anymore, he takes them apart and takes those big, thick, heavy, strong magnets out of them, and there's probably about a dozen on our side of our refrigerator.
I think we're going to go ahead and continue with the questioning, but after this is done, ma'am, if you could talk to your husband about possibly using those microwave magnets to create some kind of EMP system. Because if you have an EMP system, it doesn't matter if the robot's uprise because you can instantly just fry their electronics. So that's just something you might want to talk about if you guys choose to go on this program. Mr. Lux, what's your next question?
Yes, I had a question regarding those big, thick, heavy magnets. Ma'am, have you ever utilized them in an unorthodox fashion, such as self usage?
No. No, we don't do that with them. The only thing, he gets a kick out of them because they will attract stuff from kind of far away.
Yes, exactly. Strong. You could be laying down on the couch with
the kids and grandkids, that kind of stuff.
Yes, exactly. This is totally family friendly. You've never made clothing out of the magnets and him make clothing out of the magnets, and then you attract them to each other and make
Mr. Luxington,
No, we don't do that.
I question your science, Mr. Luxington. Dr. Kniff has a question.
Dr. Kniff? Mr. Kniff seems to have a bad connection. Yep. Mr. Baz, do you have another question? Dr.
Well,
Baz.
not another question. I just wanted to give her a little rundown on the design of the robot. Ma'am, the robot is designed to be a humanoid shaped, and we find that most of our test subjects are more comfortable with that. And I just want to warn you that the sensor devices on the robot are a cylindrical object protruding from the groin region, and it's about 12 inches long. So we need to ask you to be quite cautious about that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I guess. I don't know.
Well, I'm sorry. I know that sounds pretty rude, but it was the only place that we could place that sensor. So you just might want to make sure that you steer clear of that.
Okay, Mr. Dialer, any follow-up questions or new questions?
Yes, I would like to ask a question about pepperonis and the use of them as an exfoliant for the areola nipple location. Have you ever tried that? Exfoliating your areolas with pepperoni?
I'm sorry, I can't understand your voice. I'm sorry.
I apologize. Have you ever tried exfoliating your areola area with pepperoni slices?
No.
Okay, I haven't either. I'm just going to check that off the box here.
Okay. Ma'am, do you own any kind of cactus or any kind of cactus-shaped toys that have been used in any kind of way outside of their normal use?
No.
Okay. Turba?
Yes. I have a follow-up question regarding the pepperoni. Have you ever manually stimulated yourself with a summer sausage?
No. Good Lord.
All right. Mr. Lux, any questions from you?
Yes. What are your experiences with horses? Have you ever used one of the horses in the bedroom? Like an animal?
No.
Okay.
No.
Dr. Baz, your turn?
Yes, ma'am. Do you ever get sexually excited when you see two dogs in heat mating?
No. Hey,
all right, Mr.
these
Dialer,
questions seem pretty off the wall to me.
I'm sorry about that, ma'am. It's just standard procedure. Mr. Dialer?
Yes, about them dogs. Have you ever had a female dog?
No. I don't particularly like dogs, so I have cats.
Okay. Have you ever had a female
outside.
cat? Okay,
so,
they're outside.
Hashtag cat. Yeah.
All my cats have been neutered or spayed because there's already too many If you've ever been on Oahu, there's over 1 million wild cats here.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, have you ever watched episodes of the X-Files?
No.
You know, so you never have got to experience Doggy Style while you both watch the X-Files?
I have never watched the X-Files, period.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So you've never done it Doggy Style while watching X-Files?
Scully and Mulder solve a case. I thought everyone did that.
Look,
oh, it's so hot.
I don't watch the X-Files. I've never watched it.
What about
are not an American.
X-Files?
Yes. Triple X-Files.
Dr. Baz?
Yes, ma'am. Have you ever watched pornographic movies while watching two dogs mating before? And this is a valid question. It's scientific.
I don't watch those kind of movies.
Oh, okay. Well, you should try it sometime.
Okay, Dialer?
Hi.
Yes, about Scully and Mulder, do you think they're attractive?
About who?
The two stars of the X-Files. I know you haven't watched the X-Files.
I've never watched it. I don't know what they look like.
Yes, but you've probably seen the main characters, though.
No, honestly, I haven't.
Okay, the redhead and the guy with the big nose? Really?
Yes.
No, I'm serious. I've never seen him.
Okay, ma'am. Are you familiar with Paula Deen?
No.
Paula Deen, the show, the cooking show lady? Well, okay, let me ask you this then. What is your favorite show, and who's your favorite actor?
Wheel of Fortune.
And who's your favorite person on Wheel of Fortune?
I don't know.
Probably.
Actually, I like the contestants.
Oh, okay.
Well, because they're kind of like average, normal people, you know.
Okay. Should the Wheel of Fortune get rid of Vanna because she is now in her 50s, no longer attractive, and pretty much gets paid $2-3 million a year for doing nothing?
Well, look, I mean, I'm in my 60s, and I think it's kind of presumptuous to say somebody can't be attractive just because they're in their 50s or 60s. I think she's still attractive.
Well, in her 30s, I agree. Even though, when she was in her 30s, I agree.
A lot of people that watch Wheel of Fortune are not in their 20s anyway. I think it's people that are a little bit older. And I don't know that they find Vanna objectionable. I don't find her objectionable. I think she's very nice.
She used to be a really good piece of tail, but now I think it's probably a wrinkly prune, but down there. But
look, is this a genuine Nielsen?
It is, ma'am.
Absolutely.
Person?
Mr. Tabara, do you have another question?
Yes, I have a follow-up question concerning Paula Deen.
You know what? I don't even believe that you guys are from Nielsen.
Oh, no, we are.
We're totally legit.
Ma'am, if you do not participate, we're going to quit sending you forms with money. So,
yes. We're going to put you on the coconut head list, basically.
Yeah. Mr. Lux, do you have another question?
I do, actually. Ma'am, what is your experience with watching Stargate while playing poker with penguins? Have you ever done that before?
I don't play poker.
Okay.
With penguins, not regular poker. You're playing it with penguins while watching Stargate.
Yeah, Stargate is the important part here.
Mr. Baz, another question?
Yes, ma'am. Are you familiar with The Twilight Zone? The old show from the 60s?
Mm-hmm. The old one,
so you know Rod Serling?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Rod Serling, many women back in the 60s considered him to be very attractive. If Mr. Serling were to somehow be resurrected and were to make a pass at you at a cocktail party, would you consider hooking up with him?
No.
All right, thank you,
Mr.
Fair enough.
Married. Why would I be interested in that?
He's attractive.
And everybody likes a little strange. Dialer? Questions?
Not everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm starting to think just few people do. Is there some place where I can call to actually verify that you are coming from the Nielsen survey people? Because this survey is getting, to me, off the wall here.
No,
I mean, I'm interested in participating. I like the robotic stuff, but, you know, a lot of these questions,
Let's ask another robotic question then. Let's make you comfortable. I'm sorry we made you uncomfortable. Dialer, do you have a robotic question?
Yes, I do. If you had a robot butler, would it be appropriate to install a telescoping penis on the robot butler?
You know, I'm going to actually call Nielsen. I'm going to give him this phone number that I called earlier and check, make sure that you are really with Nielsen, because I don't believe it.
We absolutely are. Ma'am, if your robot
hold on,
went
please.
bad, and the only way to bring it back to good was to grind it like a with your backside, grind it, and twerk around some.
All right. I'm going to actually call Nielsen and check on you people, because I don't believe you. Okay.
Yeah,
would you suck the robot's dick?
All right.
Why don't you believe us?
Good one, Slop.